So, what's next? That's the question. What's next for this team? In terms of expiring deals, Dvorak's up. He's definitely not coming back unless he's asking for a friendly deal. Which he is. He's asking for dirt. Dahlin's definitely gone. Jeff Petry's the other UFA. He is definitely gone. Michael Pezzetta, I don't know, because we have a lot of young guys in the system. So the big question right now is Christian Dvorak. $30 points, 40 points. I mean, honestly, for $2 million, he's not bad. I need to get a kind of a full look at the team here, though. The question is, more so, is he worth potentially taking a spot from somebody? Because in the system, I mean, Wyatt Johnston's on the come up. And Johnston apparently has developed 96 offensive awareness. He might be our third-line center next year. Or maybe Svechkovsky deserves a chance, you know? Andrews, Danielson, Furcus, Gaucher. Dvorak would likely be third-line center or left wing. And you're looking at Barron, you're looking at Tuck, you're looking at Johnston. I don't know. I do think Dvorak's worth the money. That's a tremendous contract, but he might be on the outs here. He might be. As the Laval Rocket beat the Utica Comets, they'll play Belleville next. We'll look at the Stanley Cup playoffs here, though. Let's see what's up. Nashville projected to be the favorites. This is the current bracket as it stands. Take a nice swig of my beverage. I encourage you to, of course, look at the Eastern Conference first, because it's about to be cut off by my webcam. In 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. All right. So yeah, right now our big questions: Christian Dvorak, and then out of the guys that are still signed, who the hell do we stick with? I don't know the answer to that. Jan Mizak suffers a concussion. Let's see, 2 Game 7s in the Western Conference. Tampa does beat Florida. So it's Nashville, Arizona, New York, and Tampa in the conference final. Eli, hello. How are we doing? Rangers beat the Caps in 7, Lightning over the Panthers in 6. Preds beat the Wild in 7, and the Yotes over the Flames in 7. Eli, you go right ahead. Can't promise I'll answer it, but you can ask me whatever the hell you want. It's tough to see Tampa not being the favorites at this point, right? Even though it says Nashville, because they were so good in the regular season. Arizona. Well, you got to remember, we're a couple of years into this, and Arizona's changed a lot. Arizona in this franchise sim signed a lot of dudes. Case in point, that's what Arizona looks like. They don't exactly look like modern Arizona now, do they?
Struggle as artists isn't about appeasing.
They've changed a lot. They signed Alex DeBrincat for $50 million because he freaking skyrocketed up, too. And honestly, their defense is not bad either. Morale working out quite well for some people. And their goalies, Mrazek and Koskinen. So, yeah. They're the great dream. What's Ben Harper's rating on my updated roster? I think like a 74.
Isn't necessarily a thing you achieve.
Stanley Cup final. Arizona and Tampa. There it is. Arizona and Tampa. Tampa won in 6, or excuse me, in 4. For once, they didn't win in 6. Arizona won in 5. The Laval Rocket are going to a Calder Cup final after beating the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. They'll take on the Chicago Wolves. Every time I pay attention to the Calder Cup, we end up losing it. As much as I want to celebrate the Calder Cup, if we do win it, it's not our target, and we're down 2-0 in this series because I started paying attention to it. Well, back to 2-2. The Laval Rocket have won the Calder Cup. I was going to jump in and potentially watch the celebration, but let's be honest, it's not the celebration we want. Tampa and Arizona are going to 7. And clearly, we got to put a prediction up for that one. Who do the thing? Will it be Tampa? Will it be Arizona? Go ahead and bet on that if you care to. Again, I am going to look to rework our channel points here very, very soon. But I want to take a look at how the AHL team did. I mean, dude, again, Wyatt Johnston apparently led the team in points in the playoffs. As much as I'd love to bring back Christian Dvorak, he deserves a chance at 22 years old to be our third-line center next year. He absolutely does. Svechkovsky might even deserve that opportunity as well. Luke Tuck will probably be a third-liner for us. And yeah, defensively, I mean, fuck, dude, Logan Mailloux might make the team next year. Simon Forsmark will make the team next year. Tristan Luneau. Damn. Braden Holt and Tyler Brennan. Holt was the starter off of best lines. So a good win for the Laval Rocket. Again, I would have loved to have watched it, but then we also probably would have had to watch Logan Mailloux raise the Calder Cup, and we all would have bled from the eyes. So I guess it was worth to not do that. Game 7. I am going to close that prediction in just a second. So if you haven't done it, now's the time. 3, a 2, a 1. Ending submissions. Let's see who wins it. Arizona or Tampa? The Tampa Bay Lightning have won the Stanley Cup. We do win the Calder, but the Tampa Bay Lightning do it again. Back-to-back cups, both times en route to that. So Tampa have won 3 times in the last 5 years. All 3 times they won, they beat us at some point in that playoff run. That is so depressing to say no matter what team we are. All 3 times Tampa have won the cup in the last 5 years, they beat us at some point to do it. That's insanity. Toronto won the President's Trophy and it did not matter. Austin Matthews wins the Art Ross, as well as the Hart. The Norris to Dougie Hamilton, Kuznetsov the Bing, the Calder to Joachim Kamel. Vasilevsky won the Conn Smythe, second time in 3 years. Kucherov won it last year. Saros won the Vezina. Demko to Jennings, Masterton to Mikey Anderson, Jack Adams to Bergevin in Calgary. O'Reilly wins another Selke. Matthews to Ted Lindsay, and the Rocket Richard went to Max Pacioretty for the 2nd year in a row. Calder voting, Tyson Barrie scored the most points. Cross Hanas was league MVP. Top goal scorer was Morozov. Top rookie was Nathan Gaucher. So, hey, there you go. Dude, Laval was great, and that's what I'm saying. Like, we got young talent in the system that we can certainly call up. Top defenseman was Tyson Barrie. Brett Brochu, his top goaltender and MVP of the playoffs, was Lukas Svechkovsky, despite not being the leading scorer. So good on Svechkovsky there. Great season for the Laval Rocket. A decent season for the Habs, but at the end of the day, still a pretty crushing season. I need to look one more time. Please tell me that Caulfield went top line. If I swear to God, if he's not top line by the beginning of next season, I'm going to cry. That trade completely backfired. I mean, granted, Washington didn't find much playoff success either, but God help us. God help us if he stays second line. Didn't mean to look at morale. I meant to look at progress reports, because I'm sure we had great progress this year. I mean, Bedard was great. Paling's up to an 86. Mailloux is probably going to be an NHLer next year. Good development for Johnston still. Hoffman took a pretty big hit. Good development for Forsmark. Price is in the AHL. Petrie is broken. This is going to be a very interesting team heading into next season. Because I have no idea what the hell we're going to look like. I don't think I can bring back Dvorak. The Columbus Blue Jackets win the lottery thanks to the Ottawa Senators. Seattle also moves up, so screw you, Buffalo, apparently. Fair enough. Retired players. Oof, Joe Thornton gone. Finished his career as an Abbotsford Canuck. Nick Backstrom, Eric Stahl, Paul Stastny, Dustin Brown, Luch. A lot of notable names gone. Wayne Simmons. Defensively, Chris Letang, Duncan Keith, Drew Doughty. Ryan McDonough retires as a Stanley Cup champion. And for goalies, Dubnyk. And, I mean, really, Dubnyk's the most notable one. No disrespect to Troy Grosnick, but that's where we're at. As coaches, Suter, Brown, and Stastny. Just kidding, what's happening? My holiday season in general was fantastic. I've had a really damn good week. I've had a really, really good week. And it is very, very good to be back. Dvorak still only wants 2.5, man, but we got younger talent. We got younger talent that needs to be prioritized and given a chance. It's got to be done. So to the draft we go. I have no idea what our draft pick situation looks like. The Jets at 5 do want to trade their pick. And you could argue whether or not that's worth it. I don't know. I don't know if it is. Laurent Legault. Alright, really quickly. Find a trade. So we had the 25th overall pick. We have a couple of thirds, and that's about it. Goalie-wise, we're fine. Defensively. Honestly, I'm kind of regretting the John Carlson move, obviously. Can I trade Jeff Petrie's rights? No, I can't. Alright. We are going to have to make some trades defensively. I just don't know who's staying and who's going yet. Right wing, I don't know what the hell we're doing with Gallagher. I don't know what the hell we're doing with Hoffman. If I can trade this dude, no, I can't. He was a tack-on in the previous trade. Can I get rid of Jonathan Dahlin's rights? Honestly, even for a 7th, we'll just let him go for nothing. Can I get rid of Christian Dvorak's rights? 4th and a 7th. A medium starter goalie. 4th and a 7th. 4th and a 6th from Tampa. Go figure. Honestly, I might just let him go instead. I don't want to trade him anywhere because you know whoever I trade him to, I'll meet in the Stanley Cup final as a Western team and they'll beat me. I'd rather just leave it up to blind chance at this rate. It's awful. I don't think we have the value to trade up to number 5 either. It would outright take like John Carlson. And that's not the John Carlson or JT Miller trade that I have in mind. Yeah, we'll just deal with our pick as it is. Unless there's somebody... God, there's a lot of medium elites. All those French names, and we won't be able to get them. Legault. Legault goes number 1. 82 overall medium elites. Deal Mayu for it. Yeah, but I'm not going to deal him. I've already said that. We're holding on to him. Pilo, what's going on? How are we? Zachariah Love. Dallas is willing to trade the 8th. Vegas at 11, 12, 13. All those picks are up. Could get whoever's left as a medium elite. Interesting. We might have to do that. But again, like I look at JT Miller. And it's like, do we take the risk or do we stay with JT for now until we know for sure what our situation is? It's kind of the question. Let's just sim to our pick. Pick number 25. Oh, Korpikoski, Grand Pierre, Morin, Gavin, Eklund, Inglis, Teuton. So we would have gotten a 78 overall right wing, but again, right. Oh man, he has spin cycle or whatever the hell that other one is. Inglis would have been nice. Yeah, I don't really think it was worth trading up to get anybody. Petrel was great, 77 overall. Fada's a 78. Some high overalls in this draft. But who's left is the question, I guess. I'm not expecting much. There's Zach Liston. Straubing Tigers. Great physical player. Apparently has elite speed. It means his acceleration or agility is trash. Kesselkamp, though, 3 years out. Pierre Phaneuf. No weaknesses, 3 years out. Might have big rig. Gorodov, not confirmed. Confirmed, no weaknesses. Doesn't have to confirm good skating. 3 years out. Almost has big rig. Hartikainen's not worth it. All these medium 9s aren't worth it. Len Edwards. Confirmed NHL ready. Confirmed NHL ready. That is without a doubt our pick. I will be feeling the sunshine because we are drafting Len. Mario Francois is also there, but unconfirmed NHL ready. It's going to be Len Edwards. Wait, am I thinking of the right band? Yeah, it was Len. God damn. Taking Len Edwards. 78 overall, DFD, medium top 4. It's not bad. He has 3 badges as well. Shutdown, stick him up, truculence. He is a pure defensive defenseman. Not bad. Good shot power, good physicality, decent skating. He's not bad at all. He's not bad at all. Here, I'll do that really quickly so you can see the right-hand side, but Len's not bad. Len's not bad at all. It's the type of player that helps because we're going to likely graduate people up on that right-hand side. Not a bad pick for 25th. I agree. Now the question is, in this Francois at 38, there's Niemi. Confirmed 3 years out. Is there anybody else here? AJ, thank you very much. I'll make sure to check those in a bit. 3 years out. Mike Modano comparison. Okay. And then here's where it's projecting us to draft next. Ludwig Landeskog. 4 years out as a goalie. Robert Tarnqvist. Thornton comparison, 3 years out. Ed Horkoff. Unconfirmed, 3 years out. Oh no. Near 2 years out. No weaknesses for Jacob Corso. He might be worth the risk. Clint Grant. 3 years out. Voracek comparison. Nearly has shock and awe. Maybe we risk it on Grant. Solomon Sawchuk. If we wanted to keep up with the old names theme of this draft. Pablo Clarkson, son of David. God. And there's a gem, apparently, Chad Sawatsky. 19-year-old goalie. I think we can hold name draft Glare, right? We can move on here. So let's see. Is there anybody that I kind of missed not going for? Landeskog was only a high starter. Panula, Almquist. None of these guys are necessarily bad. 75 overall grinder. Lou Lamoriello strikes again. Have your blessing to basically copy your roster. You do whatever you want, buddy. I wish you didn't have to. Aw, man. Francois was that good. We should have traded up. it would have been easy enough, I think, to get an early second rounder. We should have traded up and gotten Francois as well. Excuse me. Yeah, damn it. That was a mistake. We will go for Clint Grant. Let's see if we feel a little bit better. We don't feel any better at all. Let's just move on. We'll never talk about the mistake of not trading up to get Francois. I like to limit the amount of trade-ups. Wait a minute. Did I just botch it again by not paying attention? So I don't stream for a week. I basically haven't played franchise mode in a week, and now I suck. There was an incredible opportunity to have an incredible draft, and I just threw it away. Why did I throw it away? Trade up and get Francois, get the good goalie at a medium elite in Sawatsky. Granted, he's 19 and a 64, but great trade value, and he has X factors. Dude, I am throwing this draft. Oh my god. Well, I won't screw this up. I will take Jared Barnett, even though he's literally just pure trade value. I have absolutely thrown this draft. I could have had Barnett, Edwards, Francois, and Sawatsky, and I've just completely blown it. I know we have another pick coming up here in a second, so I'd like to think I won't miss out on anybody too great. And I was correct. Alright, I need to knock it out of the park here with the rest of these picks. Caden Saad. Ooh, has Ice Pack. Russell Gerard. No. At least not that we know of in terms of being good. Well, congratulations to Caden Saad. 64 Los. Oh my god. Legendary throw. It's really getting to that point. It really is. Malachi Curry. Might have X factors. You've lost your touch. Apparently, it's going to take me a little bit to get back into the swing of things here. We used to have some legendary goddamn drafts. And this had the opportunity to be one of them, and I said, how about no? How about I don't do that? Oh, man. And now, of course, we are, we're looking a little bit shaky. We are looking a little bit shaky. $19 years old, 3 years out. Let's go for Malachi Curry out of Sudbury. Who do you think's the odd one out when Rask is signed? Swayman. Just younger. They signed Allmark for a while because they had to get him. It's just the way it is, unless they somehow find a taker for Allmark or something like that, which I don't expect to happen. Alright. Jackman is trash. Melee is trash. Peluso's trash. That's just pure trade value. At least that's what we're hoping it is. Berg Force is a pretty big risk. Alright. Well, we don't have too much to go off of for the rest of this draft. Damski's 4 years out. Just check to see if anybody here has a half-decent ETA. 3 or lower, and that is absolutely not going to happen. Oh, there we go. He's a low 9. Okay, well, that's kind of where we're at in this draft. Let's go for Christian Bergfors, the Swede. He is a... Ooh, okay. There we... Man, this draft could have been incredible, and I completely threw it away. I'm so mad at myself right now. That was all Mark Ben. I mean, not bad. Bruins' issues haven't exactly been goaltending this year. Yeah, I think Allmark I think Allmark still has over a 920. Swayman's like just under. Good pickup there in Bergfors. What's next? Who is next? Let's go for Alan Mestra. 6'4", 17-year-old Alan. 52 to low 6 isn't brutal. And back-to-back picks here in the 7th. We'll take the guaranteed fringe, why not? Cameron Cole in goal. 60 overall. And we'll go for that other pinned player, Kalle Olofsson. 6. Oh shit, we got... oh my god, I didn't realize we had so many 7s. Damn. Man, anybody have like a 3-year ETA? Anybody have a 3-year ETA? Hello, Joey Peterson. You're the low 9. Let's get out of the low 9 territory. Anybody? Anybody want to not be complete trash? Please? And just like Coruscant. Let's look at the youngest players in the draft, because there might be dudes that are like late bloomers heading into next year. Bunch of different dudes. Oh my god, there's actually a ton of them. Goalie-wise, 2 goalies. Kennins and Tulipov. Really doesn't make a difference. Defensively, how long is this list of 17-year-old players? Okay, so that's just needle in a haystack then. Oh, best name: Gail Homer, Daniel Boduk, Tuomo Niedemaki, Zach Collins, Christian Reese, Corey Dwyer, Marcel Boucher, Ludwig Sedin, Abel McElrath, Rob Corvo, Preston Cracknell, Keith Kilger, Kip Scrivens. I mean, Kip has some information. Let's go for Kip Scrivens. That was a bad choice. That was a bad choice. My God. And then forwards. Can we just somehow strike gold on a forward here? I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt it. 17-year-old forwards. There's a million of them. Absolute million of them. Do we have Rocky Lane? Andre Riddle. Oh, Rocky Lane's going to be tough to beat. Can anybody beat Rocky Lane? Luis Sturm, by the way, is a great name.
Okay, but what? Here comes a pizza. See it?
Rocky Road. Mr. Besser, 29 months on a tier 3.
Unnecessary.
You're beautiful.
Of course, he's been asked to
In
leave
your
the
honor,
ball
we
game
will
for ruining a
draft
good piece of
Rocky
pizza.
Road. Rocky Lane is the pick. He's trash, so it's no longer in your honor. We had a decent draft, but let's be honest, we also blew it. Polly Walnuts as well on the resub. Thank you for the 9 months. It's a boy. I don't care what you name him. I'm just happy you're here, and I'm happy to be here. Polly, how you been? All right, Carey Price is now showing up as an 80 and has 1 year left on his deal. We are going to cut Nikita Perezhogin, former 3rd-round pick. We're not even going to bother signing him. We're also not even going to bother signing Cademan Heinrich. I know he's a medium starter, but you saw the trade value just wasn't there. So, there we go. Defensively, odds of having Cole play in the AHL. I mean, not immediately. Not immediately, but he might end up being assigned. Romanov, I'm honestly tempted to get rid of. We will qualify him. We will also qualify Caden Gooley. I hate to say it, but especially after his playoff mistakes, we are saying goodbye to Jeff Petrie. The legend. The legend who has been here since 2015. Jeff Petrie. It's going to be dropped. We got to move on. Sorry, Jeffrey. Oof. I don't think I'm going to sign LaCosta. Another former third-round pick, Ronnie LaCosta, we're going to drop. We are also going to drop the legend that is Danny Heatley, another former third-round pick. Sorry to 1507, but on the right. Schwint honestly wasn't that bad. But I gotta be honest, he's never gonna develop beyond a fourth liner, and I want to leave those spots open for younger dudes. We're gonna drop Cole Schwint. We're also gonna drop Coe, who was just a random tack on. Niebeck, I hate to say it at this point, he's not gonna make it. He's 23 and only a 70, so he's gone. Caldwell, he's 20 years old. Former, man, I have been awful in the third round. Jesus. We'll let go of him. Nicholas Raffel, 5th round pick in 2023. We're going to cut him. Brutal, man. Left wings. Jonathan Dahlin was trash for us. I want him gone. Michael Pezzetta. I'm sorry, Mikey. You got to go. Emil Heineman. You got to go. We might bring Pezzetta back. We got to look at our options. We'll qualify Paling. Christian Dvorak, like I said, he's good. He's not looking for too much, but I need to leave my options open for our younger players. We are going to drop Dvorak. And so for the same reason on the fourth line, Joe Veleno, he hasn't been a bad fourth liner. But we got to open up options for other people. These younger guys coming up. So we're also going to cut Joe Veleno. We won't even qualify him. We will qualify Mizak. We will qualify Svishkovsky. And that's it for now. So we are going to have plenty of cap space to play with here, which is promising. But, yeah, unfortunately, we got to make some tough choices at this stage. I mean, we can't get past Tampa. We got to shuffle the deck chairs properly. And obviously the decision to use Cole Caulfield as a trade piece after acquiring Nathan MacKinnon has backfired so far, and we still have to double check Washington to see if he's a first line player. I made the right choice. If I did not trade Cole Caulfield, right now we'd have to decide between Caulfield and MacKinnon. We'd have to decide. I made the right choice. Now you could argue the choice is to trade MacKinnon to Washington and bring Caulfield back, and I don't totally hate that idea. But we made the right choice getting rid of Cole Caulfield. I am finally vindicated. He's making $1 million, or 1 year at 5.8, and then he needs a new deal. Who's on the free agent list right now? Who is out there? Let's start in goal. RFAs include Spencer Knight and Joel Blomqvist. Obviously, we're not going to be in on the Spencer Knight sweepstakes. For UFAs, UC Saros, Shesterkin, Nedeljkovic. I mean, again, Saros is asking for 10, but he won't sign for that much. Samsonov is also out there. In terms of prospects, Caden Primo, but obviously we tried him and he didn't get the job done. Madge Sogard's out there, as is Heinrich that we just dropped, and Olivier Rodrigue. We could throw our name into the hat for Sogard. I still want Carey to be our guy. Sogard is the backup. Could be decent. I think in goal, it's either we go for Sogard, or, I mean, yeah, honestly, Shesterkin at his asking price and overall is not bad at all. That would mean we were paying almost $20 million for two goalies, but we have $23 million in space. Defensively, RFAs. You got Ryan Johnson, Romanov, and then it drops from there. There's nobody that we'd want anyway. Johnson's so valuable as a dual-side player, and apparently the Sabres just never signed him. In terms of UFAs, Jake Chikrin's out there. Tanev, McCabe, Esselindell, Bryson, Provorov. No crazy prospects. like at all. Just random dudes. I don't know who we'd want to sign defensively, if anybody, because we do have a lot of guys looking to graduate. Tanev's durability is suspect, yes. It's a 69, actually, at the moment, so that's wonderful. We'll double-check that. And then forwards, some big-time RFAs. Dellandrea. How was Ty Dellandrea only looking for $1.9 million? Hayton and Perfetti are looking for almost $9 million each. Dellandrea wants 1.9. I have to go in on that because he hasn't played. That is the reason. You're right. He hasn't played since 2023. That's right. They've been sitting him on the bench. You're right. Because he's been a healthy scratch, he's willing to accept a dirt cheap offer to leave. Morgan Frost is also out there. But he's 26. They also have Graham Clark as a third liner. William Dufour. All right. We definitely have options. Josh Doan. I mean, there are definitely... Like, Dufour could be worth it as a grinder. Clark could be worth it too. But there's no doubt, like, we gotta explore that Dellandrea move. And then the big forwards, Sam Reinhart, who's honestly not even looking for that much. It's my favorite thing. You have Sam Reinhart at a 88 plus. He's gonna ask for the Earth and the Moon. Is he? Is he though? Do you know how franchise works? I don't know if you do. Kopp, Puljujarvi, Tavares. Okay. So, again, I still am very happy to see Cole Perfetti become a first-line player because it just means we would have had to make a horrible choice. Sam Besser with the 5 gifted. Let's go, Sam. Oh, Sam, thank you. I hope your holiday season went very well, buddy. It is good to see you.
Okay, but what? Here comes a pizza. See it?
It is good to see you.
Oh!
Not
Geez.
just because you
Highly
support this channel, but in
unnecessary.
general. I
That
hope
was
you're
the
doing good, man.
Patriots jacket, and of course he's been asked to leave the ball game for ruining
Okay.
a good piece of pizza.
We need a goalie,
Those about to
either
score,
Prospect
I
or
salute you.
Shesterkin.
You have
Right?
reached the voicemail box of
Taste the
Defensively.
biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
Oh, no. All right. So we have Lindholm on the left, Carlson on the right, Romanoff on the left, Jensen on the right.
just wait for the tone.
Forsmark is a lefty. Tristan Luneau is a righty. I knew it was going to break. Mayu is a righty. Gooley's on the left. We are going to have to make choices on defense. I don't see how I possibly have space to bring anybody else in. And then we have Edwards on the right if we want to sign him. And even William Trudeau on the left. We have no space defensively for anybody who's actually good. Zero space. And then forwards. Let's see what we got. Let's see if there might be somewhere where we have space. So we have Bedard, top line center, Mack on the right. Suzuki, presumably, is still second line center. If he goes up to top liner, I'm boned. There's JT Miller, who I'm quite disappointed in. Ryan Poehling is now a second line player. So AI Montreal couldn't get him to develop, but we have. You got Gallagher on the right. Hoffman's down to a fourth liner. Jesus. That's brutal. Luke Tuck, who I'd love to play on the third line. Wyatt Johnston, I'd love to have his third line center. Or even fourth liner. There's also Marty Barron. On the left, Jan Mizak. Up the middle, Svejkovsky. Potentially. Up the middle. Danielson also kind of right there. Okay. I think I have a general idea. Defensively, as we mentioned, there's really nobody to go out and get. Some of these guys would help, but you could argue just how much they would improve things over just building up the guys that we already have and staying younger. And like I said, prospect-wise, there's absolutely nobody. It's completely barren. Forwards, though. Seeing Ty Dellandrea look for that little. He can play the right wing. Can also play center. Both those spots are currently filled with Suzuki and Gallagher. But if we can get Ty Dellandrea for that price, we trade Brendan Gallagher. As much as I wouldn't want to. Yeah, we have to go for Dellandrea. How much cap space does Dallas have? Because they have totally butchered his, managing him. Would it almost be easier to trade for him? It would almost just be easier to trade for him. I think that's the better way to do it. That way we can guarantee that we get him, instead of Dallas probably matching whatever we send. Romanov and they're willing to take the Carey Price contract. Good lord. Paling, Tuck, Mayu, Price, and a fourth. Jensen and Barron, Gaucher and Price. They have a lot of interest in Carey Price. But I don't really have interest in getting rid of Carey, nor are we desperate to get rid of the $10 million cap hit. So I'm willing to send them Jared Barnett. Now, why am I willing to do that? Because Barnett's not going to develop. And at the end of the day, if I were to offer sheet him, they'd only get like a third-round pick. So honestly, just the straight swap for Barnett makes a lot of sense. And then for now, I'll keep Brendan Gallagher. But I think that's the move. I won't add anything else to the deal. I won't even offset it. It's just give me Ty Dellandrea for this prospect who's never going to develop. Because again, they have not played Dellandrea for 2 seasons now because the AI is stupid as shit. Lycos, good to see you. I hope your holiday season went well. And I'm keeping Logan Mailloux on the team because it aggravates people. Done deal. So Ty Dellandrea is on this team. He is an RFA. But Dellandrea is here. And I think that... yeah, right, we're saving him. I think that makes a lot of sense. We go out, we get Ty Dellandrea. Smart move. You do have to wonder how much his asking price just went up. But we do what we have to do. Lycos, yeah, man, I'm feeling good. It's been a really good week. Dellandrea still only wants 1.9. And honestly, we can get him on like 1.35 for 2 years, which is a steal and a half. I will outright offer him a deal right now. Ryan Paling, I'm going to still wait for him to drop his asking price. Same for Romanov. So, that now complicates things, though. In terms of centers. But again, we're not going to go in for Perfetti or Hayton or anybody else like that. Like, we just do not have the space. Graham Clark would be nice. Because we do have a shortage of right wings. Prospect-wise, you got Ivan Morozov. There's also Hensick, but he's trash. Whoops. Oh, boy. Okay, it's breaking. Of course, Valena was out there. Bowers, Lind. There's really no great prospects, at least of super high potential. Again, Reinhardt does not fit. Nor does Kopp or Puljujärvi. Tavares. Nobody fits there either, like Tyler Bertuzzi, but he's a second liner. You got Granlund, Dvorak doesn't play the right. Taves, Zaka, Bellows, like Kevin LeBanc. Or like Sharon Govich, or bringing back Tyler Toffoli. I'd love to bring in Crosby, but I do not have space for him. Like Tyler Toffoli or Riley Smith. I mean, Smith's looking for a dirt cheap offer. So is Athanasiou. Tarasenko. Kasperi Kapanen, Brandon Tanev, Cam Atkinson. I mean, there's a good amount of right wings that we could look to bring in. So right now, the big question, do we go for Shesterkin to be the guy to eventually usurp Carey Price? And I think the answer is yes. I think the answer is yes, because we don't really have an option once Carey falls off. And he wants the sun and the moon. So bring him to age 36. If Shesterkin's willing to sign that, we should do it. It's the best way I can think to explain our situation. If he's willing to do that, we should do it. We're going to go for it. We'll see what happens. And then on the right, I mean, we could still run Hoffman as a third liner, which is better suited for how much money we're making. Because how much better is like LeBanc or Sharon Govich going to be than Hoffman? And Hoffman will probably go back up to a third liner. So to be honest, I think in terms of like major moves, we're kind of done already. It's just waiting to see what happens next. We don't really need scouts. I mean, head coach. I mean, our coaching staff is friggin' top notch, man. It literally can't get any better. Literally cannot get any. I mean, it can, but I mean, we have all A pluses. It's crazy. So. Let's see what happens. Will Shesterkin be on this team? He is. Igor Shesterkin signs, as does Ty Dellandrea. We're going to be paying about $19 million in goaltending this year. Romanov signs. It's almost August 1st. So, for the first time, I think in a while, if not ever, I'm using Igor Shesterkin. But it's totally worth it. Totally worth it. And it keeps Shesterkin in red, white, and blue. There you go, Ski. He's a Rangers fan. Don't worry, he's still in the same colors. Carey's still our guy. But this is what we're having to do. Do you think Born Leaders could be handed... That Born Leader could be handed over to clutch players? Yes. I think it could be used that way. I would definitely give someone like Justin Williams if he was still around, Born Leader. So I do agree with that train of thought. All right, we really don't need another goalie. Defensively, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Could use a defensive prospect or two, and then we go for the forwards. We're still waiting to see what's going to happen with Ryan Poehling in terms of signing with us. And Tyson Berry's out there, and he still wants $3.5 million. Love to see it. RFAs. So Poehling's still kind of the big fish free agent that's out there. Spencer Knight's still out there too, but again, RFA. All right, so defensively, who are the top prospects that are out there, if anybody? Don Olsen, 22 and a 75. Connor Corcoran's out there. We have used him before. 23 and a 71. 23 and a 75. 24 and a 77. 24 and a 79 for Millman. But honestly, he might be too good. I think I have to wait to sign a lot of these guys. Just in case they end up being too good. I'm only on 37 contracts, though. I'd love to sign Corcoran, but I think he might end up being too good. So for forwards, then, Bubba Nice, what's up? Did we get a good draft? We had a decent draft. It could have been a home run of a draft, but I blew it. In all honesty, Zayd Wisdom is out there. God, I don't need another center, but that's too good of a player to pass up on. And this guy was interesting for us in Pittsburgh. I need another right wing. Lagare, we can go for him as well. And that, at the very least, should keep us above the AI being like, hey, you need to sign people. How many medium 9s do we have? A shitload. 75 and a 23. We had him before. 73 at 21. 77 at 23 for the Petlik. 76 at 23. Seems to be the best age range. 24, 78, Lucas Fuke. 24 and a 78, Tyler Angle. Okay, let's go back down towards the bottom. So the 23-year-olds that were about a 78, that was, or a 77, that was Jaromir Petlik and Josh Pilar. We'll go for those guys. We should be okay. Now the question is player development. What the hell happens now that we ended up with Delandria? Gare, Wisdom, Pitlick, Pilar. I don't know what this team is going to look like. I do know that we're going to have to pull off some pretty big trades for whoever we're not going to use, which is okay. I mean, that puts us into a pretty good spot. We're going to be able to recoup assets. We did not have Ryan Paling sign, though, which is somewhat frustrating. Paling as the holdouts. See if he's willing to sign. Man, Ryan Paling really wanted his money. Interesting. Come on, Ryan. Jesus. Thank you. Okay. Chance of the Couve make the playoffs. I mean, I said when they first hired him and started winning, like, they could easily make the playoffs. And, yeah. Yeah, they could, couldn't they? I wouldn't be surprised at this point. Problem is, it's just so difficult, obviously, to predict. Oh my god, carries down to a 78. Sorry, I got distracted there. 379 goalies in the AHL as well. Love to see it. It could happen. It could happen. They goofed. There you go. So let's see. Wow, we got a lot of defenders that could make it. Tristan, or not Tristan, but William Trudeau as well. We have choices to make here. I gotta be honest, left-hand side... We'll come back. We'll come back to that in a second because we got some choices to make, man.